Hello, social media friends. I'm Viridiana Marquez with DRB Media Communications Digital News, and Danny Barrera has the story.
The Permian Basin Road Safety Coalition hosted the annual PRSC Stand Down for Road Safety. The event was held at the Barbara and George H.W. Convention Center and featured educational and inspirational speakers focused on improving road safety.
In 2005, I was in a car crash where a distracted driver hit my car from behind, pushed me into oncoming traffic where I was hit again by a Nissan Xterra. So that's left me paralyzed at the waist and in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. And so, you know, what I get to do now is travel the country, share my story, and telling people about the dangers of distracted driving and just really challenging them to put the phones down. You know, don't play with the radio and put all the distractions aside and really focus on the roads.
The Odessa district of TxDOT was at the Permian Basin Road Safety Coalition with End the Streak Texas, a campaign to end the streak of fatalities on Texas roads and highways.
You know, the last time there was not a death on a Texas road was November 7th of 2000. In our 12 counties of the Odessa district, 30% of fatalities this year have been drinking and driving. 30% of the fatalities this year have been no seat belts. 30% of fatalities this year have been things like speeding, and I mean we just see all different kinds of things that are happening out there that are preventable.
Several participants at the Permian Basin Road Safety Coalition were affected by distracted drivers. The Kaylee Mills Foundation was started after 16-year-old Kaylee Mills took her seatbelt off for a moment and lost her life in a vehicle crash.
We started this foundation to spread awareness about seatbelt safety to students and their families. And it's not just about seatbelt safety, it's distracted driving, drinking and driving. You know, those things are the causes of the crash. And regardless of what the cause of the crash is, or whether it's your fault or someone else's fault, a seatbelt can still save your life.
Janie Villanueva, who lost her son to a drunk driver, has been part of the N.A.T.E nonprofit organization with Tara Dawn Crossland, who also lost her son Nathaniel Silvas to a drunk driver on South Highway 385 in Ector County about 3.5 years ago. Tragically, Tara Dawn Crossland died in a vehicle crash on September 14, 2021 at South JBS Parkway in Ector County.
The organization was funded by Tara Dawn Crossland in memory of her son Nathaniel Silvas, which tragically lost his life at a young age due to a drunk driver. Tara had asked me to join her when I also had lost my son the same year, but 6 months before, due to a drunk driver as well. And since then, me and Tara have been out sharing and spreading the awareness of drinking and driving, impaired driving, just basically anything, just to save a life.
Students from Andrews High School in Andrews, Texas competed with 7 other high schools in Safe to Save, a competition to bring awareness of distracted driving to high school students through the Safe to Save app and a student-produced public service video that was funded by Shell and the Permian Road Safety Coalition.
Some people or teenagers in our school who were like really reckless about driving, who didn't care, and we heard about it a lot. Like they didn't care, they would always talk about how fast they were driving or when they were texting and driving and stuff. So this app definitely helped us stop texting and driving, considering that you got incentives with whatever you did. So if you didn't look at your phone at all during your drive, you got points, and with your points you could get free stuff. So this app definitely helped, considering that free things are the one thing that teenagers really look at.
In our parking lots, it gets really bad during lunchtime. So usually students are trying to race off to go to lunch. And now, with the app Safe to Save, we were able to control it a little bit more than what it used to be. So now it prevents more wrecks from happening within our own parking lots at school.
The commercial that we made was aired throughout all the classes, which is Mentor, which was stated earlier. It was on all of our student council social media platforms, and Facebook is one of our bigger ones. So adults and students were able to have access to that commercial, which was one of the bigger ways we were able to promote this competition.
The Safe to Save is an app that can be downloaded to your device. This app rewards users for not taking and driving and is a fun way to earn points, get free food, and discounts at participating stores.
People actually put a picture of people they love on the first screen, and then they get points when they're in motion, but they're not moving, touching their phone, and it's a neat way to compete with loved ones and hold yourself accountable and really be able to get free food and great discounts at places that people love locally and online. One component people are really excited about is our FAM version. So Safe to Save FAM actually helps reward whole family units where you can invite 5 loved ones even to participate. You compete with them, but you also can get notifications of people's arrival, departure, and know they arrived at their school, their office, their rig, so you don't have to call or text them. It's also a really neat way to be able to know how distracted were they and be able to have that really neat accountability. And we love the fact that even as our family, I know when my husband even gets to the grocery store, so I can be, oh, can you please grab that carton of ice cream? So it's really fun, also from a convenience perspective, to know where your favorite people are, but get that notification, not when they're driving, because you don't want to send notifications when people are driving.
For DRB Media Communications Digital News, Danny Barrera.
Thank you for following us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Also at DannyVisionEntertainment.com and at DRB Media Communications Digital News.tv. For DRB Media Communications Digital News, Viridiana Marquez.